Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook. Chapter 11. In the Dark Space. The penetrating laughter continued to echo in the small space. Jason's back felt numb. Why are you laughing? Jason asked a little strangely. Surrounded by nearly 100 drones, it is basically impossible for Joker to escape. Jason couldn't figure out what trump card Joker had to escape from here. Joker kept laughing wildly. After a while it stopped. Even because of his wild laughter, Joker coughed a few times, as if he was choking. Wait until Joker looks up. Joker's eyes were already full of blood red, and the expression on his face was abnormally distorted, looking very scary. The Joker grimace on his face appears to be shapeshifting due to distortion. What am I laughing at? I'm laughing that I would be forced to this point by an unknown person. Batman didn't do either. Licking his scarlet lips again, Joker still wanted to say something. However, he was interrupted by Jason. Joker, are these your last words? Last words? No, I don't think you're going to kill me. Joker laughed provocatively. Joker's eyes were full of provocation. It was as if it wasn't him but Jason who was facing the dilemma. Jason looked at Joker on the screen. There was a sigh in my heart. Joker is indeed a joker, and his mental quality is indeed strong. With dozens of guns pointed at his face, he could still talk and laugh like this. And this madman does have arrogance. The reason why madmen are scary. It's because this kind of person doesn't consider the consequences at all and doesn't care about his own life. Joker is the best among lunatics. After living in Gotham City for so long, he has nothing to do, so he certainly has the capital. Mr. Joker, to be honest, I actually admire you a little. As a villain, you have truly achieved the ultimate in villainy. This kind of bottomless madness that doesn't care about other people's lives is really terrifying. When Joker heard this, a bright smile appeared on his face. Thank you for the compliment, can I go now? Joker glanced at the drone provocatively. I'm sorry, Mr. Joker, you can't leave now. I do admire your courage, but I'm afraid you can't leave today. I don't think the preparations you made in Gotham can save your life. Hearing this, Joker raised his head and glanced at Jason with scarlet eyes. Don't you care about the millions of lives lost in Gotham City? There are also people from the underground kingdom. Although they are all scum, they are also living beings, aren't they? Joker smiled evilly, his eyes full of mockery. Hey, Mr. Joker, it seems you misunderstood something. I'm not Batman. Jason shook his head. The reason why Joker is so rampant is because of his preparation. He installed over-the-top devices in many places in Gotham City. What's inside is the deadly poison gas he developed. Nitrous oxide. I'm afraid if anything happens to Joker, these devices scattered throughout Gotham City will be opened. Deadly laughing gas will spread throughout Gotham. Countless people will die, especially in the underground kingdom. As long as Joker turns on the device, tens of thousands of criminals here may die directly. If it were Batman here, he would definitely take action. Get out of here obediently. But he's not Batman. Joker misunderstood his strength and his position. He wasn't going to let Joker go just because of the threat. What's more, Joker's stuff can't be written about him. Mr. Joker, I repeat, I am not Batman. You really don't care about these people's lives. Joker said with some surprise. Soon he laughed again. You can't scare me. Even if I die, I will let Gotham City be buried with me. With that said, Joker was so decisive that he took out a detonator from his pocket. He pressed it decisively. After a while, the entire underground kingdom is still silent. Nothing happened. Impossible. Joker's expression also changed drastically. As a highly intelligent criminal genius, he rarely loses his temper like this. But now, Joker couldn't help it anymore. His trump card didn't work. Looking at the stunned Joker, Jason said lightly. Nothing is impossible, Mr. Joker. It seems that your capital is not that useful. As early as when he discovered that Joker was abnormal, Jason had already started working. First, the electromagnetic shielding device on the drone was used to block all electrical signals. Unless Joker uses old antique wire transmission technology. Otherwise, no signal can be transmitted from here. Plus Skynet's search. The three-dimensional map of Gotham City next to it is full of dense red dots. Above is the location of the laughing gas storage device set up by Joker. As long as the drone is dispatched, these devices can be dealt with immediately. Mr. Joker, I'm still more skilled. Jason smiled and pressed the fire button regardless of whether Joker replied or not. Sparks shot out from the gun in the drone. Joker didn't sit still. His body kept shaking, and the pistol in his hand was replaced with a new magazine. Empty in the blink of an eye. More than 24 drones fell directly from the sky. Jason's mouth twitched as he watched this scene. Although the automatic rifle mounted on the drone is less powerful than an ordinary automatic rifle. But it is definitely more powerful than an ordinary pistol. Hits someone. That's just a big hole. A shot to the limbs directly cripples him, and a shot to the main torso will almost certainly kill him. Joker was shot at least 4 or 5 times. The purple suit was dyed blood, coupled with the deadly toxin injection device inserted into the body. Logically speaking, he should just die. But just dragging his body like this, he shot down more than 20 drones. Even if there is no sign of life. His body was also leaning against the wall. Eyes wide open. It makes Jason feel like he is the villain. Half a day later, Jason said with a sigh. As expected of a Joker. I'm afraid many people with special abilities don't have this kind of power. Shaking his head, Jason no longer felt sorry for this vicious person. After sending out its own drone, it was determined that Joker had completely lost signs of life. Jason controlled his drone and cremated Joker's body directly. He breathed a sigh of relief when he saw Joker's body turned into a handful of ashes. A feeling of exhaustion emanates from the heart. Although he did not reach here physically, even through the drone, he could also feel the substantial pressure that Joker brought to him. All I can say is that Joker is a villain. But he is indeed a talent. Shaked his head. Let Skynet control the drone to dismantle the laughing gas device. He went directly back to the bedroom to rest. Chapter 12. Jason and Joker battle wits and courage. He even directly killed this Gotham City villain. Batman is not idle here either. After learning that Joker planted a bomb in the laboratory, Batman can only let Joker escape, turn around and defuse the bomb. Although Joker's men are all kinds of scum, it can be said that he was full of evil and almost killed people in his hands. But in his eyes, no matter how sinful these people are, we cannot allow others to deprive them of their lives, we can only hand them over to the court for trial. He would save Joker, let alone these people. So he let Joker go and chose to save others. However, after defusing the bomb, he ran into trouble. There really aren't many Joker men who can fight. But Joker's pets are very troublesome. I don't know how Joker was raised. Wolf dog in the laboratory. Not only is it large in size, but it also has strong attack power. And extremely flexible. The Czech wolf dog with red eyes is probably no worse than a real wild wolf. Under the attack of these wolf dogs, his stab-proof armor was actually torn, and there were a few more holes in his body. He pursues a flexible fighting style. This means that there is no way he can wear a full body plate armor like Iron Man. Although some of his bat armors have high technological content. But Batman doesn't often wear these equipment. The most commonly used armor is ordinary armor, which cannot stop these beasts at all. After roughly treating the wound, Bruce Wayne rushed to the manor in the Batmobile. However, he met an unexpected person on the road. Looking at the motorcycle waiting sideways in front of the Batmobile, Batman's brows furrowed involuntarily. Catwoman, why are you stopping me? I don't want to cause trouble for you now, but if you insist on doing this, I can only send you to jail. Batman looked at the charming woman in front of him and felt a little worried. Catwoman is a character who is both good and evil. Although she often steals things, the amount is huge. Absolutely guilty. But this guy also has a kind side and has helped many people. He had nothing to do and didn't want to face this woman who was full of trouble. Batman, you are indeed a heartless man. Have you forgotten what happened before? Catwoman said pitifully. Batman only felt a headache. Even though Catwoman is acting so pitiful now, she really wants to take action. She won't show any mercy. He suffered a lot at the hands of this woman last time. Catwoman, what do you want to do? Bruce Wayne said coldly. At the same time, he put on a defensive posture, ready to take action at any time. Catwoman rolled her eyes at him and said, you really don't understand the mood. I came to tell you information with good intentions, but you want to deal with me. Catwoman looked at Bruce Wayne with a look on her face that said you don't know how to be charming. But Bruce Wayne's heart didn't waver at all. Two words came out of his mouth. Hee hee. Catwoman gave him an angry look. HMPH, now I think I should ask you for some reward before giving you the things. What exactly do you want to give me? Bruce Wayne frowned. He didn't think Catwoman would find him when she had nothing to do. Batman's identity is not as attractive as Bruce Wayne's. I just want to tell you some news. News about Joker. Bruce Wayne frowned, as if considering whether Catwoman's words could be trusted. Explain. After a long time, Bruce Wayne spoke. Hee hee, now I'm not going to give you this information for free. I want $500,000. Don't worry, this information is definitely worth the price. Bruce Wayne glanced at Catwoman. It changed hands and transferred $500,000 to Catwoman. This little money is just drizzle to him. Even if Catwoman lied to him, the loss would not be big. Now you can say it. Catwoman glanced at her phone, a hint of joy flashing in her eyes. How generous, Batman. Catwoman blew a kiss to Bruce Wayne and became a little impatient to see him. Then he spoke. I came to you to tell you something. You don't have to worry about Joker anymore. He is dead. What? This is impossible, Bruce Wayne said in shock, not even noticing the open wounds on his body. How could Joker die if he is so cunning? I don't know, but he is indeed dead. I still have evidence here. With that said, Catwoman threw over a USB flash drive. Then he blew a kiss to Bruce Wayne and rode away on his motorcycle. Bruce Wayne looked at Catwoman leaving and was not in the mood to cause trouble for Catwoman. He hurriedly entered the Batmobile. Plugging the USB drive into the car computer, Bruce Wayne stared at the screen. After a while, the image of the car appeared on the computer. Because it is a scene captured by an infrared camera, the video looks a bit washed out. But Bruce Wayne recognized Joker immediately. Then he saw the drone confronting Joker. Immediately his pupils shrank. He could naturally recognize that it was a product of Wayne Group. He also used it more than once. It's just that he doesn't like hiding behind the scenes, so these things were eliminated by him. Then, there were these drones that he eliminated. He was actually confronting Joker. And Joker seems to be at a disadvantage. This shocked him. Who is it? How did he control Wayne Group's drones? Is it Alfred? No, Alfred wouldn't do such a thing. Is it Fox? That's not right. It's impossible for Fox to control the drone to this extent. Bruce Wayne thought about it for a long time, but he never thought that anyone could control these drones so naturally. After simply watching the video, he directly dialed Fox's phone number. Mr. Wayne, don't you know that disturbing an old man's rest is extremely excessive? Fox's somewhat annoyed voice came from the phone. Bruce Wayne had no interest in arguing with Fox, so he asked directly. Has anyone in the group used the drones? Drones? You mean the ones you eliminated? Fox asked. Yes, those are the ones. Bruce Wayne confirmed directly. Didn't Jason get transferred? Didn't he tell you? Fox asked a little strangely. Jason, this is impossible. Bruce Wayne lost his composure and shouted directly on the phone. It's true that Jason was transferred. What's wrong, Mr. Wayne? What happened? Fox asked. It's okay, Fox, you can rest. With a casual remark, Bruce Wayne hung up the phone. However, the expression on his face was extremely complicated. Chapter 13. Bruce Wayne in the Batmobile. At the moment, the Batmobile is traveling quickly through the streets of Gotham City. The indicator is nothing. At the moment his mind was not on driving at all. Just watch the video and he'll know. That was definitely Jason's handiwork. Whether it's the uniform formation of drones or the graceful operation method. None of this is possible for humans. Only artificial intelligence can perform such precise operations. And in Gotham City, the only artificial intelligence is in the hands of his son. But even with the help of artificial intelligence, killing Joker is not that simple. Joker is a very difficult enemy. He battled wits and courage for several months, but failed to kill this guy. But it only took one night. This criminal whom he regarded as his lifelong enemy. He died at the hands of his son. This made him feel a little shocked and a little uncomfortable at the same time. There is both the old father's satisfaction in watching his son grow up, and his own sadness at being surpassed by his son. Having a genius son is stressful. Think about yourself in Gotham City doing chivalry for many years. I battled wits and courage with Joker every day, and even got scars all over my body. The result is not as much as Jason achieved in one night. How does this make him face his son? In the future, when he brags, he will tell his son about his great achievements. The result was not as outstanding as what he did casually. How could this make him feel so embarrassed? When he thought of this, Bruce Wayne felt a little frustrated. But Bruce Wayne soon put these useless emotions out of his mind. Then a smile flashed across his usually serious face. My son is truly a genius. After a silly smile, he accidentally pulled the wound, causing Bruce Wayne's mouth to twitch in pain. Shet. With a curse, Bruce Wayne drove the Batmobile quickly towards Wayne Manor. The next day, early in the morning, after eating breakfast served by the loyal old butler, Jason is ready to experience the corrupt life of capitalists. Although the body is not fully developed yet, it is good to go and see it for eye candy. However, Jason had just finished breakfast. I saw my own advantage. Bruce Wayne. Jason, we need to talk. Bruce Wayne sat across from Jason and said, Bruce, what do you want to talk about? Wiping his mouth, Jason looked at Bruce Wayne and said. Taking a deep look at Jason, Bruce Wayne had a bright smile on his face. Jason, you are a genius. You are the greatest genius I have ever seen. Not even Tony Stark has achieved such an achievement at your age. Bruce Wayne wants to say something else, only to be interrupted by Jason. Bruce, I know I'm a genius. Can you say something valuable? I still have to do an experiment. Bruce Wayne felt a lump in his chest when he heard this. This kid is good at everything, but he's so annoying. He took a deep breath and suppressed his urge to spank the child. Jason, remember, since you have such ability, don't let it go. We have extraordinary abilities, and we must make good use of them. Don't let power blind you. Bruce Wayne stared into Jason's eyes and said. Jason frowned when he heard Bruce Wayne's words. Do you know what happened last night? That's right. Bruce Wayne nodded. Then you think what I did was wrong? Exactly the opposite. Bruce Wayne said in a relaxed tone. You killed Joker and all of Gotham City should be grateful to you. I just want to say that you must not be blinded by power. Killing Joker is very easy. But it's not easy to be yourself. I never believe that pure killing can bring justice, you have to remember that. Bruce Wayne gave Jason a deep look. Okay Jason, you can think about these words slowly. Go ahead and enjoy your life. You've been working for months, it's time to take a break. This month, you are not allowed to enter the laboratory again. After saying these words to Jason, Bruce Wayne turned and left. Jason looked at Bruce Wayne's back thoughtfully. After a long time, Jason shook his head. Bruce Wayne thought he was a kid. This can be regarded as concern from Batman. Smiling and shaking his head, Jason turned and left the restaurant. Get ready to experience life. However, as soon as he went out, he was blocked at the door. The person who came was none other than Fox, the chief technical director of Wayne Group. His eyes lit up when he saw Jason. Hey Jason, good boy, come here. Fox strode over and ravaged Jason's little face before speaking. Jason, did you develop Skynet's technology entirely yourself? Definitely, Jason said directly and shamelessly. Doesn't what the system gives him belong to him? Besides, he has mastered all these techniques, but they are not original. He said he developed it himself. Is there any problem? Jason, you're a genius. Tony Stark is an egomaniac who is not as powerful as you at your age. Fox praised with an exaggerated expression. The expression was like a woman seeing a file-sized diamond in a dinosaur egg. When Jason heard this, he felt like laughing. Tony Stark was also unlucky. Two people were comparing him to him today. But Tony Stark is the Bald Eagle Empire's most famous genius. These two people compared him to Tony Stark, which shows that they really think he is a genius. But a moment later, Jason looked at the seemingly innocent smile on Fox's face, and his heart was filled with vigilance. Our ancestors said it well, if you show courtesy for nothing, you will either commit adultery or steal. Fox is a collaborator of the Wayne family, not a slave of the Wayne family. There is absolutely no need to kneel down and lick him, the heir of the Wayne family. Then he now licked him with such grandiosity. Undoubtedly, there is only one reason. The old man had designs on him. Therefore, the expression on Jason's face became more alert. Fox, just tell me what you want to do. After all, we are all our own people. Jason looked at him a little thoughtfully and said seriously. Hearing this, Fox's face flashed with joy. Yes, we are our own people, so I'll just say it. Jason, do you have any plans to sell your technology? Jason looked at Fox in disbelief when he heard this, as if he had heard something unbelievable. Chapter 14. Jason stared at Fox with a look of disbelief on his face. His eyes were full of disbelief. Seeing Jason's expression, Fox felt a little embarrassed and even a little guilty. Jason, although we are our own people, Wayne Group will definitely give you a satisfactory price. We initially estimate that the basic technical information alone can give a price of tens of billions. Fox said this without any confidence. Even if he applies himself to others, Fox himself feels that these words are a bit excessive. If it were him, someone came to him and wanted to acquire the technology that he had spent a lot of effort developing, he would also be in disbelief. And that's even with such a low bid. This is artificial intelligence. If promoted, it can bring about earth-shaking changes to the world and change the technological changes of the entire human race. Not to mention the bionic quantum state service array technology developed by Jason. There are even prototypes of quantum computers. This can drastically change the entire world. Thinking of this, Fox also felt that the price he offered was a bit low. Jason looked at Fox, who looked increasingly guilty, and said hoarsely, Fox, Skynet is my hard work. I research these technologies day and night without rest or sleep. Skynet is even equivalent to my child. Fox heard Jason say this. His face became even more embarrassed. If it weren't for the protective ability of his skin color, his face would definitely be redder than a monkey's butt right now. But he just wanted to speak. Just heard Jason speak. You have to pay more. What? Fox asked in shock. I said that technology can be sold, but you have to pay more. Jason said with a serious face. Technology is something that is meant to be sold. When science and technology are invented, they inherently carry various meanings. Not for fame, but for profit. Jason never meant to keep his skills in his hands forever. As long as Fox can provide the money, he dares to sell. However, he doesn't think Fox can afford this value. Existing Wayne Group. Even if you buy his skills, your vitality will be severely damaged. Not worth it at all. As expected, Fox said with a grimace. Jason, Wayne Group simply can't generate that much cash flow. We can't afford your technology. When he said this, Fox's face was full of sorrow and anger. It feels like there is a lively beauty in front of you and you really can't unbutton your belt. That feeling was full of powerlessness. It's okay, I expected it. We can change the way of cooperation. Besides, I can't sell all the technology. How do you think we should work together? Fox was shocked and said. Wayne Group can exchange some goods in kind and only needs some cash. Definitely, I want something that doesn't belong to our Wayne family. Fox, you know what I mean. Jason wanted to pat Fox on the shoulder in an old-fashioned way, but unfortunately he found that he was not tall enough. He could only put his hands behind his back calmly. This is okay too, Fox said happily. As for Jason's last words, he also knew it. Although the Wayne Group is run by the Wayne family. But the Wayne family only held the majority of the shares. There are other shares that are other people's shares. They are all powerful families or companies in Gotham City, or even in the entire Bald Eagle Empire. It is this way of cross-holding. These big families have mastered wealth that is difficult for ordinary people to achieve, but they don't look that rich on the surface. Wayne Group also has several other major shareholders. The relationship between these people and the Wayne family is not very good either. It's normal for Jason to think about his family. As for him, he is also a loyal subordinate of the Wayne family faction. Even if Jason doesn't say so, he will do it. Thinking of this, Fox reminded Jason, I think it would be better if you just sell some basic knowledge. For example, some basic materials, chip manufacturing, etc. It's best not to let others control things like artificial intelligence. You are still young and there are some things you don't understand. Hearing what Fox said, Jason glanced at the old man with satisfaction. He is indeed a loyal confidant who can build Bruce Wayne's armor. You can say this kind of thing, so it is reliable to leave this matter to him. Thinking of this, Jason's words immediately changed. Grandpa Fox, you are a friend of our Wayne family. I can rest assured that I can leave this matter to you. You don't have to worry about anything else. When Fox heard this, he glanced at Jason. I thought to myself, that's not what you said just now. Sure enough, he is Bruce Wayne's son, he can really fool him. After thinking for a long time, Fox, the old fox, said this. Jason, don't worry, I won't let you suffer. There are several pieces of equipment in Wayne Group's laboratory that I think you must want. I'll get it for you. Quote. Then thank you, Grandpa Fox. Jason said with a sweet smile. Wayne Group's laboratory has a lot of hard work from the second largest shareholder of Wayne Group. Jason is very satisfied with this reward. The little fox and the old fox looked at each other. Their eyes were full of smiles. A few days later, Wayne Group held a press conference. The technology department of Wayne Group has made huge amounts of breakthroughs in chips and systems. I want to declare war with the two giants Intel and Microsoft in one fell swoop. Suddenly it caused an uproar in the Bald Eagle Empire. Many businesses have heard the news. This naturally includes Stark Technology in New York. At the moment, Tony Stark has not yet experienced the disaster of being captured. He is still the narcissistic playboy that everyone hates. Tony Stark frowned when he saw the news in the newspaper. What the hell is the Wayne Group doing that you dare to post this kind of news? I haven't made a breakthrough in this area yet, so why should they, Wayne Group? It's probably just bragging again to deceive investors. Throwing the newspaper on the sofa with disdain, Tony Stark looked at the blonde beauty next to him. Okay, my beauty, let's not worry about that hypocrite Bruce Wayne. Let's cherish this beautiful moment. As he spoke, Tony Stark picked up the blonde beauty and walked towards the bedroom. The newspaper was trampled directly under his feet. At the moment, Jason naturally didn't know that because of him, Wayne Group was defamed by an arrogant genius. He also didn't expect that he would soon have an intersection with this genius who was often mentioned. Chapter 15. Jason's life has been very nourishing these past 2 days. Gotham is a sin city. But that's for the poor. While the rich wine and meat smell, the road with frozen bone. This is especially evident in Gotham. For wealthy people like Jason, Gotham is paradise. If he wanted something, as long as he had enough money, someone would find it for him. This makes Jason feel quite happy and unwilling to forget about the past. But on this day, Jason's happy life was interrupted by the old butler. Master Jason, have you seen Master? Alfred asked Jason while holding an invitation. I don't know. Maybe he went out to do justice again. It's normal that he can't be found. Oh, it looks like this beautiful invitation is going to the trash can again. Shrugging helplessly, Alfred threw the invitation on the table. Grandpa Alfred, who gave this invitation? Oh, the military is going to issue capstone awards again this year, and we, the Wayne family, are invited to take a look. It's just that Bruce usually doesn't go to this kind of thing. Jason also nodded when he heard this. That's right. Bruce Wayne is an absolute nerd. Even if you are participating in an event, you are participating in an event originally from Gotham City. He will basically not participate in other activities of the Bald Eagle Empire. This also makes the Wayne family, although very powerful, not famous in the Bald Eagle Empire. Far less famous than companies like Stark Industries and Osborne Industries. Bruce Wayne is also famously low-key. There is basically no news about him from the outside world. Bruce Wayne would basically not participate in this kind of activity. It was just an invitation. As long as he was a reputable figure in the Bald Eagle Empire, he would send a copy to the Wayne family. But think about it. Jason suddenly felt that the Pinnacle Award sounded familiar. So he asked, Grandpa Alfred, this year's Apex Award winner won't be Tony Stark, right? Yes, how did you know? Alfred asked a little strangely. Jason smiled when he heard this. He doesn't just know this. He also knew the unfortunate Tony Stark. After receiving the award, he was kidnapped by terrorists in just one night. They were also captured and used exclusively to make weapons. Very pitiful. Grandpa Alfred, since Bruce doesn't have time, how about we go and participate? I'd like to meet Tony Stark too. Oh, Jason, it seems you want to compete with Tony Stark, right? Alfred looked at Jason kindly and said with a smile. Jason could only respond with an awkward yet polite smile. After making the decision, Alfred was very efficient. Get on the Wayne family's private jet. Alfred took Wayne straight to Las Vegas. He was accompanied by a security team of nearly 100 people. Jason is not like the other Wayne family ironheads. He takes his life safety very seriously. When traveling far away, it is natural to bring more bodyguards. Sitting on a plane, time flies by. It just took over an hour of work. He arrived at this legendary gambling city. I don't know what the Bald Eagle military thinks. The Summit Awards ceremony should be held in Las Vegas. Anyway, Jason didn't see anything suitable for awarding awards here. Master Jason, shall we go to the award ceremony? Alfred asked, standing next to Jason. Definitely not, Grandpa Alfred, I'm here to meet Tony Stark. I'm not going to meet those war maniacs and arms dealers in the military. He shook his head and looked down upon the Bald Eagle military personnel. Jason said, holding the phone. Skynet, investigate, where is Tony Stark? It's the young master. Skynet's voice rang on the phone again. Master, Tony Stark is in the largest casino in Las Vegas. After hearing Skynet's words, Jason nodded. Grandpa Alfred, let's go. Although Alfred was very puzzled that Tony Stark did not go to the award ceremony but went to the casino. But he knows the power of artificial intelligence. He nodded without saying anything and took Jason into a Rolls-Royce next to him. Soon, Alfred took Jason to the largest casino in Las Vegas. After entering this luxurious building, the noisy life came from inside. There are people having fun everywhere. Under the protection of a kind of bodyguard, Jason separated from the crowd and walked directly towards Tony Stark. From a distance, he saw Tony Stark shouting among the crowd. I saw Tony Stark hugging him from left to right. Two blonde beauties are pregnant again. There was even more yelling and screaming from the inside. 6 o'clock, yeah, beauty, blow on the dice. After kissing the woman, Tony Stark threw the dice. Then he continued yelling. Jason couldn't help but cover his eyes. He shouldn't have come. Now Tony Stark, in 4 words. It was simply unsightly. Before he was captured by the 10 rings, Tony Stark was a complete bastard. Only, come all come. Jason comforted himself in his mind. He walked up to say hello. Tony Stark felt someone telling him to turn around. I saw Jason, who was now only half a man tall. Where did this little guy come from? Can't you find your mother? Ha ha ha. Next thing you know, Tony Stark is laughing. Jason's face suddenly turned ugly. I'm a teenager, isn't it normal to be so tall? Originally, I wanted to give you a hand, but now you go to the desert and sing tears behind bars. Before Jason could speak, it was Alfred who spoke. Mr. Stark, please be respectful. This is Mr. Jason Wayne, Bruce Wayne's son. What? When Tony Stark heard this, he glanced at Jason in surprise. After a long time, he said, smash it, smash it. As expected, he is the hypocrite son of Bruce Wayne. He smells of hypocrisy. Tell me, kid, why did you come to me? For your father's sake, I reluctantly listened to your request. Although Jason scolded Tony Stark tens of thousands of times in his heart. But he said with a very fake smile on his face. Mr. Stark, I heard that you built your own semi-artificial intelligence in your home. It just so happens that I have made some achievements in this area. How about we talk about it? Tony Stark heard this as if he had heard some good joke. Ha 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 ha, little guy, are you serious? You actually want to discuss artificial intelligence with me? Are you the only one? I don't have time to play house with you. How about I buy some milk for you to drink? Tony Stark looked at Jason and said with a loud laugh. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.